Leo was a curious little boy with eyes that sparkled like the morning dew. He always dreamt of soaring through the air like a bird, feeling the wind whip through his hair. His best friend, Emma, was a brave girl with a heart full of courage and adventure. Together, they explored every nook and cranny of their peaceful countryside, unaware of a magical destiny awaiting them. One sunny afternoon, as they frolicked through the forest, Leo stumbled upon a feather. It wasn't just any feather, no. This feather shimmered with a glowing blue hue so enchanting that Emma gasped, "That's not an ordinary feather, it's magical." Before they knew it, the feather lifted them into the air. Higher and higher, until they found themselves gazing upon an immense floating village in the sky. Upon their arrival, they were greeted by Windy, a magical talking bird with feathers as bright as the sky. "You are the chosen ones," Windy chirped with a sense of urgency. "The Sky King needs your help." The village was in grave danger. The mischievous Storm Master was stealing the winds, threatening to bring their heavenly home crashing to the ground. Braving a dark cave filled with swirling winds and trapped birds, Leo and Emma confronted the cunning Storm Master. He chuckled menacingly as he trapped the wind in a giant jar. "Without the wind, the village will crash to the ground," he declared. But Leo and Emma were undaunted. They spied a golden wind flute nestled among the shadows, a tool that could command the storm. As the storm raged above the floating village, Leo grasped the flute and played a powerful and melodious tune. The trapped winds burst forth, carrying away the Storm Master and scattering the dark clouds to reveal a bright blue sky. Emma joined Leo in fighting the sinister foe by his side with determination and courage. The village, once again bathed in sunshine, cheered their heroes. The wise and benevolent Sky King bestowed upon Leo and Emma small wings, as a token of gratitude and a reminder of their bravery. "You can visit us anytime you want," Windy promised with a flutter of delight. As they floated back home, their hearts brimmed with joy and friendship, dreaming of the many adventures that awaited them. And so, the tale reminds us all that bravery and teamwork can calm even the strongest storms. On a quiet street, where nothing ever seemed to happen, an old toy shop suddenly appeared. It had a glowing door in an alley that Oliver, a curious boy who loved inventing clever gadgets, and his sister Sophie, a smart and adventurous girl, couldn't resist. The moment they stepped inside, they found a magical workshop filled with toys that seemed to be alive, dancing and playing on their own. An old man with twinkling eyes introduced himself as Mr. Tinker. "My toys are special," he explained. "But the Shadow Collector wants to steal them and turn their joy into shadows." The workshop was full of wonders, but suddenly, one by one, the toys began to vanish. "Look," Sophie pointed, "that shadow is taking them." A tiny clockwork robot named Rusty whirred up to them. His gears clicked earnestly as he said, "The Shadow Collector hides in the forgotten attic. To stop him, you must find the heart gear that gives life to all the toys." Determined to save the enchanted playthings, Oliver and Sophie ventured into the dusty attic. It was filled with broken toys and flickering lights. Toy ghosts whispered stories of long-lost memories. Finally, Oliver discovered a hidden chest, and inside lay the golden heart gear. But before they could rejoice, the Shadow Collector emerged from the shadows. His cloak of darkness swept over the room. "Toys should remain forgotten, just like me," he hissed. In the heart of the workshop, where toys once danced with joy, a fierce battle of light and shadow began. The Shadow Collector tried to transform Oliver and Sophie into mere shadows, but Rusty bravely sacrificed himself to protect them. "Memories make toys special. We won't let you take them," Sophie cried out. With courage in his heart, Oliver placed the heart gear into the main toy machine. A bright golden light filled the room, chasing away the darkness. Defeated, the shadow collector faded away, and all the spirited toys returned to life. Back in the now fully restored toy shop, Mr. Tinker lovingly repaired Rusty, bringing the valiant little robot back to life. As a special gift, he presented Oliver and Sophie with a magical music box. "This will always lead you back," he smiled warmly. "As long as children believe, the magic of toys will never fade." As the siblings left, they turned to look back, but mystically, the shop had vanished. They held the music box tight, knowing that the magic would stay alive in their hearts. And so they learned that memories and love can breathe life into everything we cherish. Mia and her little brother Ben were playing in their kitchen when they stumbled upon an old candy wrapper. To their surprise, it wasn't just any wrapper, it was a treasure map. As the map glowed, a giant candy portal appeared before them, inviting them on a sweet adventure. Without hesitation, they stepped through and were transported to Candyland, a magical world where rivers ran with chocolate and trees were covered in lollipops. Their eyes widened with wonder as they explored this colorful candy village, until they met a peculiar creature named Gumdrop. Gumdrop was a friendly, bouncing candy who told them about the mischief that had befallen Candy Castle. "The Sour Witch has stolen King Caramel's golden candy key," Gumdrop explained. "Without it, the castle is crumbling." Mia and Ben, always eager for excitement, agreed to help. They began following the map towards the Sour Mountains. Their journey led them to a dark cave made of melted marshmallow, known as Marshmallow Swamp. As they cautiously made their way across, they found themselves caught in sticky goo that threatened to hold them back. Thinking quickly, Ben exclaimed, "We need to act fast." Mia had an idea. She pulled out some fizzy soda candy and let it bubble around the sticky marshmallow, freeing them from the trap. Feeling victorious, they continued their mission, drawing closer to the Sour Witch's lair. Approaching the tall, sour lemon castle highlighted in a foreboding green mist, they could hear the cackling of the Sour Witch. She stood on the towering staircase, clutching the golden candy key. "Sweetness is boring. Everything should be sour," she cackled. Mia bravely spoke up, "But balance makes candy delicious." As the witch sneered, clever Gumdrop bounced forward, creating a perfect distraction, while Ben swiftly snatched the key from her grasp. With the key in hand, they rushed back to the Candy Castle. The grateful King Caramel awaited. With his golden candy key restored, the castle began to glow, and the sweetness of the land was revived. The king thanked Mia and Ben, offering them magical candy necklaces that allowed them to visit Candyland whenever they pleased. As they bid farewell, Gumdrop cheerfully called out, "Come back for more adventures." The siblings grinned, knowing that with teamwork and a bit of clever thinking, they could overcome any obstacle. And thus, they returned home, carrying the joy of Candyland with them forever.